The new mayor of New York City wasted no time getting to work after being sworn in on New Year's Day. Zohran Mamdani said he signed 3 executive orders aimed at delivering on his promise to tackle the city's housing crisis less than 2 hours after his inauguration. He said his team is committed to trying to deliver on that and other issues, no matter the outcome. CBS News political reporter Zak Hudak joins us now from our Washington bureau this morning. So, Zak, break down what we heard from Mayor Mamdani in the first day and a half of his historic administration.
Chanel, I think the big takeaway from his inauguration speech, swearing-in speech, is that he wanted to reinforce that he is a democratic socialist. That's what he ran as, and he plans to be a progressive. I think he's facing a tension that really any candidate faces once they're elected if they ran at one of the far ends of the ideological spectrums. He is, relatively speaking, a radical. But now he's in office, and he wants to get things done. And you can't do that if you don't make friends. We saw just last month, in fact, him go to the White House and have a really, frankly, what we saw at least from it, cordial meeting with President Trump, kind of the boogeyman of the far left. So he's in a position now where he needs to reinforce to his supporters that he still wants to enact these policies. Listen to what he had to say about this.
Beginning today, we will govern expansively and audaciously. We may not always succeed, but never will we be accused of lacking the courage to try. To those who insist that the era of big government is over, hear me when I say this. No longer will City Hall hesitate to use its power to improve New Yorkers' lives.
So, Chanel, there you have it. You have the mayor reminding his constituents that he was elected as a democratic socialist. There was a line earlier in that speech where he said, "I will not abandon my principles for fear of being deemed radical." And I think that was really the theme of what we heard from him yesterday.
Okay, and Zach, speaking of getting to work here, what more do we know about the handoff between Mayor Mamdani and his predecessor?
Well, Mayor Mamdani spoke very cordially, very positively about Eric Adams in that speech. He spoke about his rise from a boy in New York to mayor, and joked about when Eric Adams said that Mamdani was the candidate he would most want to be stuck in an elevator with. But not long after that, later in the day, we saw the new mayor sign an executive order that actually undid any executive orders signed by the outgoing mayor since he was indicted on federal corruption charges in the fall. So it was a little bit of a pat on the back and then a slap in the face from the incoming mayor to the outgoing mayor yesterday.
All right, Zak Hudak, thank you.